fit worth a shit.
Hey y'all, Rico here. Now look, I know we've not done a video in a while, and I actually sat down a couple days ago and decided I was going to make a video explaining all that, and I thought it was great until I sat down to watch it and edit it and realized it was freaking boring. So, to cut all that crap, I finally got the parts I needed, because last Sunday was a total shit show. I didn't have the parts, and you know, no excuses. I screwed up. So I got the parts. I'm gonna sneak in here after work, try and get a few things done, and I'll explain the changes to you as we're going, rather than just sitting there doing a long ass video that nobody really gives a shit about anyway. While I'm bolting the parts on, I'll explain to you what happened, what we did different, and hopefully we can get this piece of crap together. So here we go. First item up for installation, our engine to bell housing adapter. Well, it looks like I painted it. Been Loctite on the bolts, because it is a rattling ass diesel. It will shake itself apart. Let's try to prevent that best we can. Again, this is the 4BT, what they often call the bread truck or the Twinkie truck adapter, going from the Cummins to the GM bell housing. I'll explain to you a little later why we went this route. 9 bolts hold this on. Down with our impact drivers temporarily. Haynes manual says 57 foot-pounds. Our snap-on torque wrench doesn't have 57, so we're going to put it between 55 and 60 and call it close enough. Okay, adapter housing installed. Go grab the flywheel. Here's our 4BT bread truck flywheel. It's ridiculously heavy, but we're using this in conjunction with the Twinkie truck adapter, because not only will this bolt to our Chevy NV4500, this flywheel will accept the brand new clutch assembly that we have for the NV4500 that was originally behind the 8.1, that has like, enough miles to take it to the exhaust shop and take it out to the highway and spin the main bearing on the 8.1, but that's beside the point. Here we have the pilot bearing that took forever to find, was nowhere to be found on Sunday. This pandemic didn't help anything out either. It's now Tuesday, but we do have it. For those of you that are curious that have a 4BT flywheel, the part number you need is a P63022 RSJ Napa. The RSJ has the rubber sides. I think if that's SSJ, it has the steel sides. Either one will work. The steel sides was a week out. The rubber they could have the next day, so that's what we went with. It'll be fine. Professional installation tool. Some of you narrow-minded people may call it a piece of pipe, but you gotta get out more. There's more to life than that. Okay, I need flywheel bolts. Heavy flywheel. Not sure if this bolt pattern is drilled to only work one way or not. I suppose we'll find out. I know it's heavy. Gonna put them all in a few threads. I either got lucky or this bolt pattern is not offset drilled. Some flywheels, some engines will have this bolt circle here, one hole drilled just a little bit off so that the flywheel only goes one way for balance purposes. It appears that this one cares. Okay. Now we'll put our Loctite on. Now we know everything is drilled right, boy. I apologize for any background noise. The neighbor is over there playing Bob Vila. I think he's putting new flooring in his house. Good for him. You don't want me putting flooring in your house. And he'll tell you you don't want him building your diesel engine. So we all have our place. Bunch those on similar to how you would do the lug nuts on a tire on your car. Crisscross pattern. Put our torque wrench to 100 foot-pounds. And we're going to use our Cummins barring tool, the flywheel from turning. Yep, that's going to work. Alright. Torque them down, crisscross pattern. Go around, check all of them. What we have here is GM 12-inch clutch, like I said, that we originally bought for our 8.1 NV 4500 combo. This is a heavy-duty Kevlar disc. It's still a diaphragm style clutch because we're going hydraulic, but I did put a good Kevlar disc in it. Flat side always goes to the flywheel. Put it in backwards, you will be upset because your clutch won't disengage. Trust me. Take my word for it. I could have gone back and told younger Rico that a long time ago. Would have saved a lot of aggravation. Just gonna barely run this in. Just keep checking it periodically. Don't get stupid with it because as you are tightening this, you're compressing the front. See, nice and check them with the ratchet. Is that impact driver? Though it's not bad, it's not really that strong. Ratchet scared me there for a minute. That needs to go back to the Matco man. New clutch fork. Okay, got to go to O'Reilly's. Oh, you can see that or not. That little itty bitty piece of crap. You can't even see that. There's half of it. Little itty bitty piece of crap retainer. just broke. The holds the clutch fork in the bell housing. So, due to the magic of editing, you don't have to suffer through that. So I'll be right back. Made it to O'Reilly's and back, record time. But we got our Dorman push nut assortment. $5 frickin' bucks for this thing. I need one little clip, but that's the way it goes, I guess. Chad actually warned me about these 4BT adapters. How little threads will be dicked up in them. Well, a couple of ours are. This one has been drilled to where it nut and bolt it, and I caught that one. That one caught some threads with a longer bolt. I'm going to try an even longer bolt there and nut and bolt that one. If this one doesn't work, I'll just drill through it and nut and bolt it as well. It's not ideal what we had to do, nut and bolting like that, but it's going to work just fine. The reason is those adapters are going anywhere from $700 to $1,000 just for the adapter. Originally we set out to use the Dodge stuff. The Cummins to Dodge adapter plate. We had an NV4500 Dodge bell housing. We had the Dodge input shaft and bearing retainer and everything to convert over. And was fixing to do all that. Mocked it up in place, and the Dodge NV4500 bell housing is considerably deeper than the Chevrolet. And we had everything way too far forward. The harmonic balancer was outside of this cross member, which would interfere with the radiator, intercooler, core support, that whole deal. The 4BT setup is, if I remember right, like 3 inches shorter, and it allows us to use our Chevrolet stuff that we already had, so that was a plus. According to the interwebs, the Chevrolet clutch may or may not be strong enough, the input shaft may or may not be strong enough, but that's what we're going to use. Years ago, even before YouTube or anything else, my YJ crawler over there, if you go look on the internet now, that thing should have already killed 14 busloads of nuns with the way it's built, but it works fine, so get over it. Once again, if you don't like the way I do things, put it down in the comments, tell me how much of an idiot I am, and we'll go from there. But for now, I'm going to get these tools out of the way, try to put that motor in that there truck. Yeah, this is going to be miserable by myself, but I only have like 2 friends. They couldn't come over here anyway because we're all in lockdown thanks to that virus that we can't talk about. Raising this engine up this high. You want to know what death looks like? This is what death looks like. Okay, that took far too long, but I got it. I got the engine and transmission, a lot of wiggling, pushing, cussing, carrying on. Finally got it to where it was within an inch and I could start all 4 bolts. So I ran it in with the bolts, and I want to give a little disclaimer with that. If you're going to do that, don't just grab the Milwaukee high torque impact and just run her home. No, you really got to be careful. I used a gear wrench, went in a couple turns on each one, came out here, gave it a little wiggle, and just slowly pulled it in. Watch what you're doing, pay attention, because if you just cram them in there, you're going to get something in a bind and something's going to break. Because you will put enough force on there, you'll shove the center of the clutch out, you'll break the bell housing, snap the ears off the transmission. Just be careful. We are using Dodge 2nd gen mounts, flopped side to side. Passenger side on the driver, driver on the passenger. So that will offset the engine to the driver's side to clear our pumpkin, and it just worked better that way height wise. So okay, camera decided it didn't want to play no more. It's plugged in, battery's dead, but we are close, and I am not ending tonight until this engine is supported in this truck without an engine hoist. Okay, glorious moment right here, hopefully. Engine hoist down. Engine hoist free from the truck. Hopefully, for the last time. Jesus, that was a lot of work. Engine mounted. It's late. I'm tired. But, I can end it on a high note. Engine's in the truck. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I know there's a gap in between doing the P-pump and then putting the engine in the truck, but like I said, there was no good way to do that. I tried to do a video on it and it was just boring. Thank you for sticking all the way to the end, and if you do care about anything that's missing, just drop a comment below. I read every comment, I reply, and I'm tired. I'm going in the house. Good night all.